Hey guys, what's going on? I am Hunter. Welcome back. Tonight's commentary is going to be the first of a few casts I plan on doing tonight. We've got NaNiwa, the green Protoss player at the 9 o'clock position. NaNiwa is a he's a Warcraft 3 pro. He actually played Undead in Warcraft 3. He's a Swedish player, part of Team Dignitas. He's a very well-known player in the Starcraft community, very well respected. He's got a scary Protoss. I'm excited to see his play tonight. NaNiwa's opponent spawning down at the 6 o'clock is Dimaga. Dimaga, probably a slightly better known than NaNiwa, just because Dimaga was also a Starcraft Brood War pro as well, so he's been on the scene a little bit longer. He's certainly older than NaNiwa. I believe NaNiwa is like 20 and Dimaga is like 24 or 25. Yeah, just as some player information for you guys. Dimaga is actually from Ukraine as well. These players both bantering, chatting back and forth a little bit. NaNiwa telling Dimaga to stop talking shit. I mean, these guys getting a little bit heated in the early game here. But you know what? I think that's a good thing. It can definitely lead to an action-packed game, sort of hype it up a little bit. NaNiwa placed his initial pylon at the top of his ramp here. This is a very good place to put your first pylon because it leaves enough room between the pylon and the ramp so that you can put down the gateway, and then usually they put down the cybernetics core directly, like right next to it, so that then you can just put a zealot on a hold position and block off your ramp completely that way. It's a very common way to open in a Protoss versus Zerg. Second pylon going down next to the Nexus. The assimilator has arrived, so NaNiwa going to be mining, of course, with 3 probes. At the same time, the extractor being mined by 3 drones for Dimaga. Certainly indicates early speed research for Zerglings, and pulls each one. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. What I'm trying to say is that Dimaga perfectly pulled the drones off the extractor so that now he has 0 gas, and he mined exactly 100 gas so he can get the metabolic boost. Often players forget to pull off the drones in time, but you know what? This is a very tight build order so far from Dimaga, as those Zerglings sort of let the probe just slip through for a moment. Probe's definitely going to want to stay off the creep so that he can just stay alive as long as possible. Maybe scout. Well, he's not going to scout anything he probably wasn't aware of already. Is he going to have time to check the second extractor? Wandering onto the creep? Definitely not. There is a hatchery on the way, though. Back at the Protoss player's base, NaNiwa has skipped his initial stalker. He went zealot, and then, like I mentioned before, hold position. And then he is producing a sentry. Warp gate research being chrono boosted out as well. Sentry's good to get on the map as quick as possible. They are a unit that sort of appreciates in value in that you build up energy and it just becomes more valuable. Definitely want an overlord. I'd prefer to see it sort of on the high ground here out of sight, but just to keep an eye on the natural expansion to see when NaNiwa wants to place that down. We are actually going to see some Stargate play. Very interesting. Now, because of patch 1.2, Stargate play, and more specifically Phoenix play in the early game, has become a lot more common for Protoss players because the Phoenix received a 10-second buff to their build time, so you can get Phoenix out really quickly. Is that what he's going to go for? Absolutely. Chrono boosting them out. Look at that. I mean, 35 seconds to produce instead of 45. Boosting them out as well. Get Phoenix out really quickly. Now, in a Protoss versus Zerg, a good starting number for Phoenix is 4, because if you have 4 Phoenix, you can use 1 Phoenix to Graviton Beam the Queen, and then the remaining 3 will kill the Queen. But if you only have 3 Phoenix, then you have to use 2 Graviton Beams. So yeah, just sort of an example of a critical value, which critical values play a huge role in StarCraft 2. So yeah, I mean, for Phoenix, very good early game versus Zerg to eliminate Queens. As an example, Warp Gate research has completed. It looks like this Overlord is going to get taken out. And, ooh, very clutch warp in there. I don't know if you spotted that, but NaNiwa was about to, the speed link for Dimaga was about to get into NaNiwa's base, but NaNiwa warped in his Zealot at the last possible second just to block off that speed link. Very nice. And now with 3 Phoenix, NaNiwa's going to start to go to work on the Overlords, taking out another Overlord. But still, you know, Dimaga's replacing them pretty quickly, not getting supply blocked too badly. I want to take a look at the units tab. 51 supply for Dimaga, 53 supply. Oh, sorry, other way. Both of them at 53 supply now. The supplies are just changing so quickly. So really neck and neck on the army tab. Gonna be taking out a couple drones as well. 3 and 4 drones go down. Very nice. So, you know, 4 drone kills, 2 overlord kills. Definitely being, you know, worth their weight so far, these 4 Phoenix, but they're going to have to continue to do damage to sort of justify such a large investment. Phoenix, I mean, are not cheap. 150, 100. Void Rays 250, 150. I'm wondering if he's actually going to incorporate any of those in to his build soon. Wouldn't surprise me too much, but we'll just have to wait and see. Lots of queens out as well. Dimaga, he doesn't have an Evo chamber. He's not going to put down any spores. Doesn't want to overreact to this situation. Those Phoenix actually taking quite a bit of damage, but at the same time getting that vital scouting information. Of course, they know about the Hydralisk Den. Now that Lair Tech has arrived, of course, and the Roach speed upgrade on the way as well. Are these Phoenix going to, yep, kill the Roaches and kill that Zergling as well? Is this Roach going to go down? Yes. Taken out as well. Very nice. Map control. Still pretty dominant by Dimaga. He has both Zelnagas, and he's had both Zelnaga towers for a very long time now. This Phoenix here just going to make sure that, you know, Dimaga hasn't snuck any additional expansion. Do we have Hydra range? Not yet. Roach speed, though, almost complete. Burrow on the way. And you can see on the production tab, 9 Roaches and 5 Hydralisks on the way. So it looks like our Zerg player may be setting the stage for a push soon. We'll just have to wait and see. Still forcing out more Phoenix as well as Immortals. Immortals, of course, absolutely vital against a Zerg player who's going heavy Roaches. Immortals can, of course, 3-shot Roaches. 1 Phoenix does get taken out along with 1 Hydralisk. But yeah, Immortals good against Roaches. You would 3-shot them until Roaches get +1 Carapace. And then it's actually 4-shotting Roaches. Lots of Zealots as well, and these Sentries now, 2 of them at max energy. The other 2 will be at max energy soon enough. So we'll keep an eye out for how they're going to be used. Spire on the way. Lots of tech structures here as we are, you know, in the mid game now. We've actually got, you know, Spire, Hydra Den, as well as some nice Roach presence as well on the map. And it looks like Dimaga going to be picking up a 3rd base. Of course, you need the resources to help fund so many tech structures. Lots of Phoenix out already, though. I really don't think Spire is actually a good call. I mean, Phoenix just have such high DPS versus Mutalisks. Phoenix just tear apart Mutas. Mutas don't stand a chance, really. Lots of Roaches out. Sort of a forward spine crawler. Good creep spread as well. When you're going heavy Hydra, you definitely want to... Oh, nice snipe with that creep tumor. You definitely want to spread the creep as much as you can. Hydras receive a much larger speed bonus on creep when compared to the other Zerg units. I like what he's done with these Overlords as well, bunching them up. Not going to let Overlords wander too far. He doesn't want to get them sniped. And, of course, 3 Queens here. Going to make it difficult for Phoenix to damage those Overlords. But hold that thought. We're going to have a big engagement here. Guardian Shield going down. Lots of force fields. And look at these. 4 Immortals doing work on these Roaches. Zealots as well. The force fields prevented the Hydralisk from doing much damage. All of these Phoenix as well. Graviton beaming the Hydras and the Queens. And NaNiwa's Protoss Force just tearing through Dimaga's ground army for the Zerg. That must have been brutal on the units lost tab. I mean, NaNiwa's just got such a huge, you know, he still has his whole army, for God's sake. It's just the Zerg player, Dimaga, really wasn't able to do a lot there. And now, still pushing in, trying to, you know, resupply as quick as you possibly can. Nice transfusion going off, but isn't going to be enough. These Phoenix lifting off. Spine Crawler's got him taken out. Lots of roaches streaming in, but again, these immortals, very effective versus roaches. He's going to want to graviton beam roaches as well. Just take them out of the equation. It's a lot easier to, you know, kill 2 armies of 5 than 1 army of 10. So graviton beam very useful there. And of course, Dimaga is forced to GG out of this game 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. NaNiwa showcasing some of the new builds that we're going to be seeing a lot more from Protoss players, especially in PvZ, where you just pump out lots of Phoenix very early, dominate map control, and just harass. Very nice play from NaNiwa. Look forward to many more casts. Okay, guys? Take care. Peace out.